Welcome to another episode of the Garden in the Kitchen Cooking Show. I am your host, Chef Silvia Dunnirvine from Garden in the Kitchen.
And I'm Anne Buckley.
And today we are here. It's just about springtime. We're having a lovely weather and we are going to be cooking something delicious and seasonal. And I'm so excited to share this new recipe.
I can't wait. What are we cooking?
Today we're cooking a farmer's casserole.
Okay.
And this is an egg dish for breakfast, and it always reminds me of spring. Whenever I see egg dishes, quiche, any sort of egg casserole. So I made this recipe recently on the blog, and I'm sharing with all of you. And it's very, very easy. And what I love about this recipe, Anne, is that you can feed a crowd. You can have it when you're having people over on a Sunday, your family, in-laws, or friends over. But I also like to make it at home and have it ready for the week. So
what a great idea!
Big dish, cut into squares, and each day you just grab your breakfast.
That's a perfect idea. I love it. Let's get started.
Good. So like I said, it's really easy, and the bottom layer is hash browns, but I actually couldn't find hash browns, so we got at the store, so I like to have options, which is wonderful too. So I have potato puffs. I think that's what they're called, potato puffs. Yep. The original recipe has root vegetable potato hash browns. So it's not just the potatoes, there's a mix of sweet potatoes and different root vegetables, which I like. I like the variety there. You could just do sweet potato hash browns or just regular potatoes. So be sure to do something that you and your family will enjoy. But I tried with the potato puffs and it came out so good. So why not? That's an option there. So that's the bottom layer. The second layer, which we will work on right now, uses 6 eggs. So I'm gonna get to work here in. I have 6 eggs, and as you can see, it's like a medium-sized dish. If you're going to cook for a lot of people, double the recipe.
Yes.
Do 12 eggs. This is also a deep dish.
Yes.
So you could do more eggs if you like it here. I'm just following the recipe as is.
Okay.
So
you mentioned that you're using this base this time and that there are alternatives. Would the alternatives be ready-made, or would you shred your sweet potato to put in there? How would you do that if you weren't using this option here with the potato puffs?
Sure, I would use a store-bought hash browns. They're delicious. I buy it often.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, of course you can shred your own potatoes. Why not? But we're just trying to make, breakfast.
Easy. Yes. No, you can see me smiling.
Of course, especially when you think about feeding a crowd, you're having family over, or, your in-laws and people on a Sunday. Yeah. You want it to be easy. You can also prep this and keep it in the fridge overnight and just do the finishing touches. Okay. So it's even easier.
Even easier.
I would say.
Yes.
So let's.
I'm liking this recipe a lot already.
Of course. And as much as I like to cook, I don't like to spend all of my time in the kitchen, especially when I'm having guests over. So, no. Okay. I think the bag that you buy, it's either 9 ounces or 12 ounces of hash browns, so that's a good size. It doesn't, it doesn't matter if it's 9 or 12. It just means more or less, as long as it covers the bottom.
As long as it's covering, yeah.
So 6 eggs.
Great.
And
I noticed that you used the fork to crack your eggs there.
Yes, I did. Sometimes I use the side
you
of
do
the
use
dish,
the side.
but I just didn't want it to get messy on camera. Okay, I'm seasoning with salt, pepper to taste. My loud salt shaker is so loud, but I love it because it's so big and I don't have to refill it.
It's a great shaker.
Dijon mustard or yellow mustard, or this is country mustard, just like this is about a half of a teaspoon or a teaspoon, just for extra flavor. going in. And this is all you need for the egg mixture.
Okay.
And the milk, sorry. So 6 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of milk, salt, pepper, Dijon mustard, and then you just mix it all in.
Yep.
Finally add the milk.
Would that work with milk substitutes, Sylvia?
It would, absolutely, it would work, no problem. However, this recipe will require cheese. You know, you could also do cheese substitute. I haven't tested it out. I'm sure it will work just fine. So if you're trying to avoid dairy, go with a vegan cheese and plant-based milk for sure.
Okay.
Okay, so egg mixture is done, and this was super easy. Now I have my baking dish. I'm just going to transfer closer to me. And I have sprayed the bottom of this baking dish with oil. So I have my coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, any oil spray the entire bottom of the dish. Then the first layer, it will be your hash browns or potato puffs. Then we're going to pour our milk in evenly, make sure it covers everything.
I quite like it with the potato puffs bobbing around in there.
Right? And it adds a nice texture to it too. So it's not just eggs. It's really, really delicious. So next, Anne, we're adding our veggies.
Okay.
So a farmer's casserole, when you think of a farmer's market, I associate the two of them. You just go through the farmer's market, pick your favorite veggies, come home with fresh veggies, and here's your farmer's casserole. I have mushrooms, tomatoes, asparagus, and red onions. You can use whatever you like.
You want.
Right?
Brilliant. I love
broccoli,
that versatility.
whatever veggies you have or you like, use that. So I'm adding right on top of the eggs and potatoes some mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I really add them to like pretty much everything. And you can add more or less too. So it's a very flexible recipe. Next, I'm gonna sprinkle in some red onions and chopped asparagus.
And the colour starts to pop.
It starts to pop. I love a good colorful dish. Here comes the tomatoes, and I have them quartered.
Yep, there they go. It looks so pretty.
So pretty already, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this was super easy, as you could tell. Now, I'm just gonna add just a little bit more of salt and pepper here, just a tiny. And salt, pepper. Okay, actually, let's not forget the green onions. I will add a little bit now, and I will garnish the dish with it too. But I like to add some now too. All of this will be hidden with a layer of cheese. So shredded cheese, again, mozzarella, cheddar, whichever you like. Just cover the entire dish with your shredded cheese. It is looking good.
It is looking good, and it was so straightforward.
Right? It really is. So this is it. Now we are going to bake at 350 for about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Keep your eye on the dish around 35 minutes. If you have a shallow dish, it might be done in 35 minutes. This is a dip dish, so it will be at least 40 minutes.
Okay.
So going in, I'm going to turn my oven on. Ta-da!
I love this part.
Ta-da! it is ready for us to eat.
Okay, fantastic.
This was so quick.
So in England, I have to share this for all of our British viewers. There's a programme called Blue Peter that we grew up watching.
Okay.
And they always used to do a cooking segment, and they used to say, or any kind of arts and crafts, and at the end of the segment, they would have one that they'd already cooked earlier. And here's one I prepared earlier.
Yes.
So this swift switch over always reminds me of that
I love
childhood
it.
memory.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is.
There's no weight involved.
No,
Involved in
exactly.
here. It's ready. So this is it. This is the final dish. You can see that the cheese has melted in.
Really
it's
melted
browned a little bit. It's beautiful. And I would say when you pull it out of the oven, the middle part will be, it will look like it's a little soft and not fully cooked. You know, just let it sit for another 5 to 10 minutes, and it will look, it's perfect.
Excellent, yeah.
It's just perfect.
No leakage or anything.
No, so now we're going to garnish this with some more scallions, and then we'll get to our favorite part.
The reason I'm here, Silvia.
Yes. Are you surprised that I'm not using cilantro today?
No, I think this might be the first episode ever where we haven't used cilantro.
No cilantro. So let me move
Okay.
these out of the way, and then we'll get to taste it.
Okay. So let's line this up so that we can see how gorgeous it is, nice and warm there. Now, for me, this is a perfect brunch dish, and brunch for me means a little glass of fizz as well.
Perfect.
Top it off with orange juice or your favourite juice if you prefer. But there's also a little glass of K-Fico, which is a very light and refreshing bubbly. So
I love that. I love a fruity drink with a little wine for a Sunday brunch, and I think this is a perfect pairing right here.
It is, absolutely.
So let me serve us, and you can tell me how good it is.
I'm ready. And it does, it cuts through so neatly. You can see that it's staying in it's holding its shape.
Yes, it really does. And like I said earlier, it's nice. I make this dish like on a Sunday or Monday, and then I'll have leftovers for like at least halfway through the week. You just pre-cut the squares, and you have ready breakfast on the go.
That's excellent.
Right?
I'm definitely going to do this.
Okay, let's see. Okay. I'll use my knife to help lift. I mean, look at this. The consistency, you can see the eggs, you can see the veggies. It holds up the shape like
it does, absolutely.
mentioned.
It looks so good.
I use the potato puffs, like I mentioned, and it looks fabulous. So let's
really
taste
does.
it.
Okay. There we are.
Okay.
It smells delicious as well. I did so well, I didn't even mention all of the fragrances coming through until now. Usually that's the first thing I say, and I'm sure
it is pretty good and fragrant. All the veggies and the potatoes and the cheese.
Oh, that's delicious. That's really very
good.
good.
I like with the potato puffs.
The potato puffs work really well.
The texture of the eggs, the veggies. It's almost like a veggie in every bite. And cheese. I love it.
Very tasty.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
I'm happy
Silvia.
you liked it.
I'm definitely adding this to my morning routine.
Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to your home, and thank you for watching another episode of the Garden in the Kitchen Cooking Show.